when I first brought it up on the pod, I was at 291. When I first started losing weight, I was at 295.
Hmm.
I am currently at 288. So 3 pounds
Okay.
down from the last update. Um, and just a little transparency, it's been a while. That was a few episodes ago. And C Square would ask, Professor G would ask, hey, you want to talk about it? You want to talk about it? And I was like, next episode, next episode. And even though I'm down 3 pounds, I could have did more. It's not even, I just could have. A lot of it is you really have to be in the mental space to get where you're trying to go. Because it's tough, because there are days where you're going to get on that scale and that scale is not going to tell you what you thought you were going to get.
Hmm.
And if you're not prepared to see that, it can hurt you. And I think there were a few days I just wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready to do the work that I needed to do. Um, sorry. Yeah, I wasn't ready to do the work that I needed to do, and I could be at a lower weight right now. That's just straight up.
So GP, so you said you've lost 3 pounds in the last how many weeks?
I don't even remember when that last episode was. This is I mean, pretty much we can take it back to almost beginning of the year.
All right,
But
so let
that's
me.
but that kind of see it's kind of weird because it was there was the podcast weight. The podcast weight was
Where
291.
are we going with this? This is not what I wanted to say. So let me
I
jump
was
in. Right.
I
Yeah,
was
I
going to
know you're
explain
just
it,
going.
but no.
You're
Okay,
you're
set
just
up.
throwing some Batman smoke up in here.
Right,
Let me just
got
get
you.
right to it.
Okay.
So yeah, to lose 3 pounds
Uh-huh.
and like you generally losing a pound a week is considered healthy, right?
Not
So if
really.
it's been
Not
yeah,
really.
is that's what's considered healthy, a pound a week. Well, why? What have you heard?
No, I've spoken to doctors because, of course, you know what? If I go to a doctor, they're going to talk to me about losing weight. The
Right.
doctor told me if you lose 2, 3 pounds in a year, that's a good thing. As long as
Wow.
you're on the
Okay.
downturn.
No, dude. You can lose much more weight than that, much
Oh, I
quicker.
know that.
So all right. So if you're losing if you're trying to lose 10 pounds and you're gonna lose 2 or 3 pounds in a year, so it's gonna take you like 3 or 4 years to lose 10 pounds. There are
Right.
plenty of people who lose weight very quickly.
Yeah.
And some people take extreme measures. I'm not telling you to do that, but you can lose weight very quickly. But what's generally considered healthy is to lose a pound a week.
So I think what you're saying is losing too much weight too quickly can be unhealthy. Is that really what you're
Yes,
saying then?
yes.
Yeah.
So you can
Okay.
you can lose more than a pound of weight with
Right, but then it's
extreme
not healthy.
exercise, but then it's not healthy. So what's considered
Hmm.
healthy is a pound a week. So generally, after a month, if you've lost about 4 or 5 pounds, you're doing really, really well. And I'm not saying you can't do more or less, but this is kind of where you want to set your goals.
There's a couple of shirts in my closet that I can see I'm almost able to wear again. I just need to drop a couple of pounds, so I'm energized to drop those pounds out so I can break those shirts back out.
Let me
I
let
would
me let
go.
me. Oh, go
Let,
ahead,
let,
bro.
me-
Go
let, me-
ahead.
let me go in because I know we want to play, psychotherapist and everything, but I don't think that's the answer. It's an all hands on deck approach. And this is what I see in that works. Like you have to have a complete reconditioning of the mind and say, I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff that I don't want to do. Why? Because I know it's going to keep me healthier. I'm going to be able to interact with my daughter better. I'm going to
Mhm.
live longer and I'm going to be there for my family. It really comes down to that. And when you don't want to have conversations like that, like, hey, I'm doing this not to just look good, but to extend my life, then
Right.
you're kind of shying away from the real issue. So it's not just about working out, just to look good. It's about working out to, be there for your fam.
So I see. I think that's where, and we touched about this on the pod, and we even touched about this off the pod. I think that's the part that about me that you can't get. I have that conversation in my head every day. There
Okay.
is nothing scarier to me than the thought of me having a heart attack or a stroke and not being here for my daughter.
Hmm.
I don't need to hear that from you. I hear it from me. every night.
But what you've been hearing from yourself hasn't been working.
So I need you.
So that's why I would say you do need to hear it from us. Because what you're doing is not working.
But this is why I need you to hear from me. You're thinking that I'm not taking all this into consideration.
That's not what I'm thinking.
All this stuff has been taken.
That's not what I'm thinking.
Way before you decided to chime in.
I'm thinking you need help and you don't want to ask for it. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, hey, you have a person like myself. I'm an avid workout guy. Get with me, bro. I told you I'll meet you. I'll come. I'll work out with you. We could go in the park. We've done it before. I haven't gotten that call. Give me that call, bro. I'm there.
It's just a simple thing. Like, listen, but when you go to an overweight person and you want to talk to them about their weight, there's nothing you're telling them that they don't already know. They know they've put on too much weight. They know they're doing things that are bad for them. Trust me, they know. It's it's two things. You have to get yourself mentally back into that place where you can do what you need to do to drop that weight. Secondly, a lot of people don't realize this, but it's kind of sugars and all these things. They basically react as a drug.
Mm-hmm.
You still need these things. You're still going to eat these things. You still need food. I can't stop not eating food. You're going to eat food. You have to eat better food, but you're going to eat food, and so you're always going to have that temptation. One thing that I did on one diet, and I'll never forget this. I started counting the amount of food commercials on TV. And I implore anybody to just pay attention to it. I remember there were 7 straight restaurant or food commercials in a row, one commercial break. So it basically went from like Applebee's to Burger King to McDonald's to Donald. Just food. It's constantly thrown in your face. So it's harder for me to resist certain things than it probably is for Professor G.
You've done it before. So my question is, bro, you've done this.
Yes.
So it's almost like you fell into good habits once before. Let's revisit how you did that. It's a lot harder when you've never done it.
But this is also why I talked about the way the clothes fit. Because that's something for me mentally, it's kind of a sign. Like if I can put on this shirt, if I can wear this shirt, okay, I'm close. Let me do this, let me do that. I can lose this weight and this shirt will now fit. Sometimes it's little steps. One thing that I think has me motivated right now is that my wife, who she had a baby and she's lost about 30 pounds from the pregnancy. So that's something where it's like she's really excited. I'm starting to feel a little bit more excited. So it's pulling energy off from people around me. Like that. The next time we do this, it's going to be a better report.